Blackstone Audio presents Back Lash by Knopf. This book is read by Szarabajka. Chapter 1. It was obvious from the way the mechanic looked at the two guys walking into the bar that it wasn't going to be a regular night. The mechanic liked his routines, always sitting in the same booth near the back. He would arrive around 5:30 when the booth was usually available. He faced the door, and most nights took very little interest in who came or went. He always ordered a cheeseburger with a fried egg under the cheese, with lettuce and tomato on the side. A shot of Canadian whiskey and a draft beer, Miller High Life. He read the daily news, folding it into quarters so he could hold the paper with one hand while eating his meal with the other. He spoke with an accent people assumed was Italian, based on the guy's name, though not from any part of Italy anybody knew. His clothes were fresh and clean, but a slight fragrance of petroleum products hung in his vicinity. A persistent dark stain along his right index finger was further proof that he spent the day fixing cars and trucks. He always ate alone, and never said hello to the other regulars, most of whom were already at the bar when he arrived, their backs to the row of booths along the wall. Everyone was satisfied with this arrangement, settled into their own routines, and free of forced social niceties. It was the reason the mechanic chose the bar to begin with. The patrons ignored his reticence, tolerant by way of utter indifference. The place was a classic New York borough bar, though of an early vintage. Inside was a type of perpetual night, the few windows at the entryway small with thick translucent glass. The woodwork, a deep mahogany, soaked up what little natural light got through. Above the woodwork was painted green plaster, covered here and there with framed covers of Life magazines, the most recent commemorating MacArthur's return to the Philippines. A threadbare carpet divided the bar from the wall of booths. Around the bar itself, the floorboards were worn down to the naked wood. The footrail was heavy, solid brass, shiny on top. The bartender often wondered why no enterprising thief had ripped it out, since it was the only thing of real value in the whole place. The two guys who came in that night were new to the bar. They were young, about college age, though far from college material. It was the late 70s, but the aesthetic preferences of the 50s still clung to men in the Bronx who'd given allegiance to the principles of rebellion and social disharmony. Black hair combed back from the face, loose nylon jackets over blue jeans, black leather shoes. White leather driving gloves adorned with the logo of an Italian sports car. Cigarettes stuffed in T-shirt pockets under the jackets, nicotine stains on fingers and teeth attesting to their constant.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?